You could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. How everybody doing on this Saturday morning? Hope everybody's good. I'm up. That's right. Woo! Up early, up and at 'em. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Hope everybody had a good evening. And all y'all weekend warriors that got to get up and go to work, it's all good. Because look, I'm up with you. Yes, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Yes, you're wiping your eyes out. Probably already had your cup of coffee, about to get up out the crib. Got to do what we got to do. And that's why we came into the bottom line to do what we have to do. Hope everybody's good. Like I always tell you, I say it again, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Today, we got a banger and it's a fully loaded clip. We had a 12-piece till one of the videos started acting crazy. So now it's an 11-piece. A lot of it is follow-ups to yesterday, a couple of other stories, TikTok, things of that nature. No matter what it is, as long as we're together, we gonna get it done. And we gotta get it done immediately because, like I said, it's a lot to go over. We got 11-piece, so let's get into it. Hope everybody's good. And here we go. Mexico in panic mode as Trump takes office. Yeah, they kind of nervous, wondering what's going to happen. Everybody's getting everything together. As you can see, Border Patrol is there. Got the border wall continuously going up. New construction. Those pieces of the border wall that were actually laid down, that were about to be sold, they're actually getting put up right now. So Mexico is preparing on their side. We're preparing on our side. Also got the Trump administration. It holds a glum future for TPS protection. So if anybody knows anyone under TPS or anyone that has TPS, they're very nervous now because they don't know how Trump is actually going to honor TPS and if he's going to try to overturn it in any way. So that's a bit of a nutshell that people have to figure out. Chicago blocks sanctuary cities changes that would protect citizens. Yes, there were a few requests by the federal government to Chicago. And of course, the guy right here, the mayor, nope. He said, no, don't want to have anything to do with it. They're actually talking about they're going to start hiding people, which is pretty crazy. I wouldn't suggest it. I don't think you should do anything like that because like they said, you'd be committing a federal crime. So you may want to figure out a different strategy to go about, trying to keep your sanctuary cities and also keeping yourself out of jail, Mr. Mayor. And without any further ado, let's get into it because we have a story that we have to follow up on yesterday that everybody had a question about when it came down to the Senator Colton Moore and who got arrested for trying to go onto the floor yesterday, well, the day before. And we saw that he got arrested. They put him in the car. He had the boop, boop, the bouncing ride to, Shameville. Then he got out of, I think they had him in Fulton County. Yeah, so he was in Fulton County for a few hours. Came, picked him up, and he had a little bit to say about the process. Now that he's sat with it for a while, I guess they've got a little more information on what it was about. Because my question was what was going on, and someone had said that he had been censured. I didn't know that he was censured, but maybe they have some more information about it here. So let's see.
The latest on a dust up under the Gold Dome. New questions are emerging tonight about a state lawmaker's arrest after he tried to get into the governor's State of the State address. State Senator Colton Moore is charged with willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. News Edge reporter Rob D'Arienzo is at the live desk tonight with more. And Rob, some say this arrest may have violated the state's constitution.
Yeah, Christine, good evening to you. Even the chairwoman of the Georgia Democratic Party has come to the far-right state senator's defense. It was a hot mess outside of Georgia's House chambers this morning. State Senator Colton Moore taken to the ground, then to the Fulton County Jail. Republicans are split on who was in the wrong. I spoke with a lawyer who walked him out today.
They took my freedom and liberty away as I was fighting for your liberty and freedom.
State Senator Colton Moore gave this update from a hospital bed at Emory Midtown, hours after state troopers arrested him outside the House chambers Thursday.
I did take a bit of a beating on my hand. It's a bit swollen and purple. We're waiting to get some x-rays to check it out.
He was trying to get into Governor Brian Kemp's State of the State address, but last year the House banned him from their chamber. They were angry he called former Speaker David Ralston, who had just died, one of the most corrupt leaders in state history.
Okay.
Thursday, GOP leaders stood by not letting him in.
The Speaker of the House has the responsibility of maintaining order and decorum in the House chamber. He's done that here today.
On the other hand, Republican Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and Georgia's GOP chair objected to Moore's arrest. Jones chalked it down to, quote, personal grievances and egos. After Moore bonded out of the Rice Street jail, he called the Peach State a banana republic.
This is a complete and total constitutional debacle.
Across the political spectrum, the far-right lawmaker has gotten support from some surprising voices, like civil rights attorney Gerald Griggs.
Well, you got to think of it like this. They and you, if you're trying to voice your opinion, you don't want to be arrested for it. You want to be able to go on the floor. And just because you may have opinions about somebody that somebody else doesn't like, doesn't mean that you should be arrested. That's called freedom of speech. So having them arrested and censured for that, I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you guys think about it? Do you think that's the reason why? Because it seems like that's actually the reason why he got put out and arrested.
Appears as though his rights may have been violated because the Constitution is quite clear on whether or not somebody can be arrested during session.
Georgia's Constitution, paragraph 9, reads, quote, members of both houses shall be free from arrest during sessions of the General Assembly and in going thereto or returning therefrom, except for treason, felony, or breach of the peace. Fox 5 spoke one-on-one with the lawyer who walked the state senator out of the jail Thursday afternoon.
In the United States, you're not supposed to be treated that way. The Constitution is there for a reason. The Speaker of the House is beholden to the state Constitution and also the federal Constitution.
And Christine?
He might be in trouble now. Not the one that got arrested, but the Speaker of the House might be in trouble, or whoever called for this man to be arrested, because the simple fact is, the law is, he's supposed to be able to come on the floor. He's supposed to be able to come on the floor. He's supposed to be able to argue his points, and he's supposed to be able to speak for the people that he represents. That's why he's in office. So it's kind of sketchy. I'll keep you guys updated on that. But we got a cool story right now, but it didn't start off good. We got this canine officer. Yeah, we love dogs over here. We don't play. We actually have a fundraiser going on for ASPCA. That'll be continuous and forever, because we want to do a monthly where we're donating monetary to ASPCA and various foundations, no-kill shelters, and dog and animal shelters like that. That's what we really love. We love animals. I know I do. I love myself a pit bull, American pit bull, Staffordshire. So my ultimate goal, like I told you guys, would be to get a rescue and leave all this craziness alone. Forget about it. Okay. But in the meantime, we got a K9 officer that was hot during a search. There was a man who was pow-powed, and a deputy in Southwest, a veterinarian, gives an update on Rocky, the wonder dog. He's a K9 dog, and he's a German Shepherd. I don't care if you guys don't want to see it. We're going to play Rocky's clip. Rocky, and they say he's the luckiest dog he ever seen. The K9 veterinarian says Rocky will make a full recovery, even though he got pow-powed 3 times at close range. And you guys need to see this story. Let's see how Rocky's doing, y'all. See the story about Rocky.
The DPS helicopter landed on South Post Oak Street there. And the handler and a couple other officers carried him on foot to our door here. We have worked with Memorial Hermann Life Flight in the past, so we have protocols set up for handling canine officers. As the marshal indicated, we did help Officer Jorka a year or so ago, and so that was through Memorial Hermann Life Flight. Everything went very smoothly with that, so our staff kind of knew how to do that. Dr. Alyssa Fee, Dr. Anna Joy Jackson, and Dr. Geister were here to triage Deputy Rocky yesterday evening. He had some multiple gunshot wounds, obviously, he was bleeding from. So we got him stabilized, and then myself and Dr. Cooper here performed surgery this morning. The first injury was the left side of the nostril. There was an entrance wound. It was about a 5-centimeter gash along the muzzle that then exited. That was kind of inhibiting his ability to breathe. So we did place some nasal oxygen and got some stuff going for Deputy Rocky last night, kind of closed that wound up. Then there was an entrance wound and an exit wound on the right side, right behind the jawline, kind of the neck, and then through the shoulders. Narrowly missed his spine, which is amazing. The hand of God was there and directed that bullet away from all of those vital organs. So really pretty routine surgery this morning. We closed up those wounds, put in some drain tubes, closed up his nostril. Dr. Cooper did an amazing job, a little plastic surgery on his nose, so it's hard to even tell that you can see a wound there. So he should make a full recovery. He's just on pain meds and fluids. He's walking, we've got him up walking, he's eating twice, he's urinating, defecating, so he's looking good. So that's the medical side. I don't have any other questions.
How about a little bit about the fact that, this is a dog that had a very close encounter with somebody who was willing to just shoot. He came out of it with these particular injuries. I mean, did he come out lucky, better off than we maybe?
He's the luckiest dog I've seen. But definitely, and I don't know if you call that luck or the hand of God, but that bullet, I mean, could have ended his life instantly, and it didn't. He had a head, facial wound and then a neck wound, and yeah, I mean, it's he's a hero, right? The dog is the hero, and I don't know how many officers he saved, but he did. Sorry.
Despite his wounds, how was he? Was he, when he saw his handler and all of that?
Yeah, so his handler has not left his side, and had been there the whole time. And so when he presented, he was shocky, and so we had to put him on fluids. He was a little bit obtunded from that. We did start him on pain meds right away, but his vitals were pretty good the whole time. So just an athlete. He's an amazing dog, and so this was a older dog. It might have been the end, but he's young, healthy, so he's prepped for it. So he did really well.
What does quality of life look like for an animal after injuries like this?
He should return to full function. I don't see any reason that he wouldn't return and be able to catch more bad guys and hopefully get rid of evil in the world.
Yeah, I mean, from the marshal's perspective, how does that work? I mean, is he able to return to service once he makes a full recovery?
Well, from the injuries that you have been reported just now by the good doctor, it looks like he will be back. It'll take a while, not necessary to try to get him. These dogs are so well trained that even though they were injured so badly, doesn't mean they're going to be apprehensive a month from now. No, they're going to want to get right back into the middle of it. And that's the relationship you have between the partner, the trainer, and the dog. And once that dog gets up and running, I will see that more likely with the okay of having the physicians telling us, the veterinarians telling us that he's clear to go back into service.
Yeah, Rocky. Caught him, y'all. Rocky did his job. He got hit 3 times, but he gonna be okay. And we still got more on Rocky. I don't care. We gonna Rocky this whole beginning of this show out today, y'all. We got continued coverage on Rocky. Let's go. What's going on with Rocky? Let's see. We got more.
One of the top stories that we're continuing to follow tonight is the recovery of the Marshall canine Rocky that was shot during yesterday's gunfight between law enforcement and deputy killer Robert Lee Davis III.
You see that right there? You see that? They don't even look at him like he's the dog. They looking at that like that is one of the officers. That's one of their partners right there. They're not playing about Rocky. You see that? All of that positive energy, picking him up, everybody praying for him, that all means something. Rocky looked like a puppy laying there like, yeah, I'm hit, but I'm good. Get these bullets out of me. I'm ready to go. Let me at him. I'll splat him. I'll keep it going. I don't care. That's why you gotta love dogs, man. They loyal like no other. Love dogs. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm getting emotional because I love dogs, all dogs. And I hope you guys do too. Anybody here that don't love dogs, y'all can kick rocks for a block. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Let's get to some of these notes up here. What's up, y'all? Let's look over here, see what we got. So I can play the rest of this stuff about Rocky. Shout out to the doggo. Look at Leslie. That's right. That's right. That's right. What's up, Fendi RX? Trump baby. Ready? No, get ready. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, come on, homeboy. You about to go. Oh, they ain't even tell you about me being my own moderator. We have our first victim. We have our first victim that thought he was going to be able to play. Joe, you're going to be kicked up off the platform if you keep playing, homie, because I don't play that. We got love and peace going on over here. I don't want to hear about that crap. Human garbage wears a badge. The dog, too? Damn. The fearless donut munchers using man's best friends so they don't need to endanger themselves. What a bunch of cowards. They're very good at what they do, and it sucks that they'll do anything that we say. Exposing liars, poor dog. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, do me a favor. You already know. Double tap the screen to let everybody know that we're here. We got these fantastic stories going on. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. We got a loaded pack over here. And like I always tell you, be careful with the jokes. You can say anything that you want, as long as you don't get disrespectful. I am the worst troller you will ever deal with. Trust me, you don't want to troll with me. I get busy. I'm nasty with it. So don't troll with me. You can make jokes on the dome because it is huge. Anything else is not a problem. As long as you don't get too personal or crazy. I saw somebody say some Diddy stuff. I ain't really like that. But anything else, let's have fun. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. If I'm going to help you get up with a joke or two, put the joke there so I can laugh too. I got worse jokes on my head than y'all do. All right, y'all. But like I said, I need you guys because it's 288 people in the building. I'm going to demand more than 7 likes because ain't nothing on the coffee. So we got to get the likes up to make everything match. So let's get them likes up with these double taps real quick. Let's get these double taps going real quick. Let's get these double taps going real quick so we can see what's going on with Rocky and how Rocky's doing right now. Let's go.
Now here's the video of the moments after Rocky was shot in the line of duty and airlifted to be treated for his wounds. Well, Fox 26's Abigail Dye is joining us live from the animal hospital with an update on how Deputy Rocky is doing tonight. Abigail, what have you heard?
Well, Caroline, Rocky is still in the vet hospital right here behind me. But the good news, he is expected to make a full recovery and even return to active duty. And I've been told that this dog is the reason that this deputy killer was found. If it weren't for Rocky, then there could still be a killer out there and several more people could be hurt or even dead. But all of the law enforcement involved in this incident, they were not going to rest until they found Vargas's killer.
There is evil in this world.
That evil took the life of 17-year Brazoria County veteran Deputy Jesus Vargas. It all started Wednesday morning when he tried to serve a warrant on Robert Davis III.
Actual footage
Davis
of them
shot
taking
Vargas
Rocky
in
in
the
there.
head, killing him. Hours into a manhunt, K-9 Deputy Rocky.
That's the hero right there. I don't know if you guys saw it, but that's when they was bringing him around the corner. He went in there and got him, and he got hit 3 times. Rocky, wish you can retire, man. You don't even need to be doing that no more. But if you love dogs, there you go right there. Rocky, he's the real winner in this one.
Track Davis here.
We did put trash in our dumpster multiple times yesterday, and that is where the suspect was found, in our dumpster.
So when I opened it, had we opened the wrong one, luckily we wouldn't, but if we would open the wrong one, that could have been our life right there.
Rocky jumped in the dumpster and Davis shot him twice before officers shot and killed Davis. Rocky was rushed to Westbury Animal Hospital where he underwent surgery, his handler never leaving his side.
I really don't think the public understand the bond that a canine have with his partner.
Sidney Dozier was a canine officer in Chicago for 18 years.
From what I've heard, that dog did his job. He was 100%. And because of that, I take my hat off to them as a team because it takes 2. It takes the officer and the dog. They make up a team.
He's a hero, right? The dog is the hero. And I don't know, he's the luckiest dog I've seen. And definitely, and I don't know whether you call that luck or the hand of God.
That's why I love dogs. Yeah, because they do whatever they do whatever you want them to do. They loyal. They'll run into anything with you just to protect you. Yeah, like, and another thing, how about this? They ain't got no pockets. How about that? Ain't got to worry about them taking your money. They ain't got no pockets. All they want is some treats, couch potatoes to snuggle up on you, and that's about it. And protect you if anything go down, and protect that crib. Knock on that door. Roof, 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 roof. Nah, let's go hit another crib. They got a dog. Even if it's roof, 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 roof. It's too loud. I ain't messing with that. They're going to make too much noise. Trust me, dogs are deterrents and they ain't no joke. They might tear up a shoe or a sock or a couch or two. But hey, I'd rather take that than somebody taking much more. And plus they family members. So shout out to Rocky. If you guys love dogs, we have a donation going on for a monthly ASPCA donation. Whatever we get, we send straight to the ASPCA. If you're down with it, it's all good. It's going to be continuous. So now, talking about money, they say some New York tenants are about to get $10.8 million for fighting against bad landlords. $10.8 million. Let's see how this is going to go down, y'all. 10.8, that's a lot of money.
Investing millions of dollars in a program that helps support tenants' rights. Jesse Mitchell shows us how this program has already had success uptown.
In 2020, this 103rd Street building in East Harlem had been having problems for months. Neighbors living with mold and without cooking gas before becoming part of the city pilot program, giving them partners in preservation. The city paired the tenants with the nonprofit Community Voices Heard. The support added pressure, helping an asthma patient make management remove mold and mildew from her apartment and others. And the neighbors organized a rent strike that successfully returned working gas to their stoves.
We shift that power imbalance and landlords make changes that are needed because they know that otherwise they will face consequences.
Further north around the same time, people living in this building on 181st in the South Bronx were suffering without a working elevator or boiler.
I'm falling apart. The stress is getting to me.
Sandra Mitchell has had 6 strokes, but she gladly joined forces with the Northwest Bronx Community and Clergy Coalition to knock on doors and rally neighbors, creating a team of building captains.
People are so fed up that they just want to move away. And right, so often our job is difficult because we really want to help people understand that that's really what sometimes real estate wants you to do.
The tenants now have a more reliable.
So this is coming from an ex-super. You see why the reason why they don't want to fix anything is because they want you to move because they can sell, renovate the apartments and get much more rent. Also, I don't know if you guys know, but once you sign a lease and it has an increase, you actually honoring that new fee. So every time you honor the new fee, they can keep raising the rent in that place. And that's the trick that landlords do in New York. It's just another money grab. Don't fix it. Don't fix it. Let them get mad. We kick those people out. And then when they leave, we fix it up real nice and let the next people come in and pay let's say $3,000 rent in a building where other people are probably paying $700, $250. Until we can get all of these lower paying people out of here, let's just keep doing that. We service the ones that's paying higher wages, higher rent, and we don't really take care of the other ones that much. If we do, it's just patchwork. Don't do too much. That's how they get down. Sorry to say it. Another situation that's kind of crazy that kind of pees me off is with Jokel Hokel talking about the governor. We got a situation going on here where, I don't know if you guys take the subway, but there was thousands of subway riders stranded due to a power loss. And yeah, like I said, Jokel Hokel, you're truly outdoing yourself with the terrible representation of the government that you are portraying. Because if you want people to pay money for congestive pricing to make people go on the train, that means that the trains should work. So when you got a power outage that makes thousands of people sit there with their thumbs up there trying to get home or to work late because of you, That's another way that they're losing money, but you don't care because they already paid their fare to get in. Then you got another situation where the A train, they're going to be shutting that down in Rockaway, and people are going to have to take all types of alternative means to get into the city. So you take away the means for people to drive in, you charge people more to come into the city, and then the trains start breaking down. I just want to know what's the reasoning in something like that, because it just doesn't make sense. From what I'm seeing, it's ridiculous. I see we got somebody we got to get out of here. I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe he's trying to throw the show off. But like I told you, you can't throw me off. I'm a beast. I'm a troll. I see you over there. I see you over there.
Some frustrated commuters spent over an hour.
I see you. I got you.
Service has been restored, but some frustrated commuters spent over an hour stuck on their trains due to a lack of power. Naveen Dhaliwal has more.
A commuter mess Thursday evening.
It's terrible, honestly.
That's after the A, B, C, and D trains came to a halt in the middle of rush hour.
We were stuck on a train for over an hour.
The platforms at the Times Square station crowded. MTA crews were seen on the tracks inspecting the problem, while subway riders were left confused and waiting on trains at Columbus Circle.
So you mess up the congestive pricing for the people that can take the train. And then you that can drive in, and now you mess up the trains in ways that you want them to come into the city. Bananas.
First it said 30 minutes, and then it said 40 minutes.
MTA employees helped frustrated subway riders exit the trains and find alternate ways to get home.
No hate, these trains are running. These trains take the one train.
I'm tired. I want to go home. Now, who knows how long it's going to take.
The MTA says the issue was the loss of power on the third rail, which resulted in no service from Columbus Circle all the way up to 125th Street for hours.
It's just unfortunate. It's just got to do better. As a city, why do we pay all these taxes? Nothing works.
And passengers now say with congestion pricing and the push to use more mass transportation, issues like this are unacceptable.
It's like they're spending all of this money with congestion prices and all this work throughout the city, and it's constantly breakdowns of the train. The trains are unsafe. People are sleeping on it.
The big city's commuter headache that has now been resolved, but many expect another one. In Columbus Circle, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, so thanks, Kathy. You got another situation going on where, look, constantly the train's messing up. You want us to come in that way. So what is it? So you just put people, the hard-working citizen of the city, you make it more harder for them, right? Good work, Kathy. Good work. Everybody, like the content, double tap the screen. I had to do a lot of boom, 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 boom. Had to get a lot of people out of here just now. I don't know if you saw the firing squad just commenced to hitting people, but like I said, I told you I'm a troll, so they wanted to try to check in and see if they could mess with me, whatever like that. Nah, and I'm still paying attention. I just got rid of 5 of them, and I love it. So let's keep on going. And y'all keep on wanting to troll. I got you, because I told you I'm the worst troll that I know. I love it. You will never be able to troll me worse than me. So trust me. Bam, bam. I'm gonna get you out of here. But also, like I said, double tap. We got how many people in the building? Yeah, that's 517. Come on, let's get them likes up to, let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. Because I want you to see about this lady that the police are searching for. Yeah, she's using fake $100 bills in Coral Springs. Fake $100 bills, y'all. I don't know why she don't just try to make money online, because she about to be done. When they catch her, she out of here. She's out of here. But hey, that's what she want to do. That's what she want to do. Right about now, these kind of crimes don't really pay off. So I wouldn't really, I wouldn't condone it. I wouldn't tell you that it's a smart thing to do, because it's too much back trace when it comes down to photos and stuff like that. So nah, I'm gonna tell you guys, a big no-no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, $100 bill lady. What you got? I was having a little bit of trouble with the video a little earlier, to be honest with y'all. Some of these wasn't playing because I don't know. I think Firefox is acting up. I got to go to another browser. So if this one don't play, the story must go on because we got more to play. We still got more in the clip, and I've been doing this now, so you ain't scaring me. Let's keep it going. What we got here? Want to try to find out what's up with this lady that was accused of burglarizing her boyfriend's Miami Beach apartment? I'm sorry. She's accused of burglarizing her deceased boyfriend's Miami apartment. Let's see about that one, since this one don't want to play. Sorry about that, y'all, but like I said, the show must go on. The show must go on. We still got that heat. Told you we got a big clip today, so it don't matter. Whatever don't play, don't play. We still gonna keep rocking. Let's go.
Her boyfriend's apartment behind bars, accused of burglarizing and vandalizing her boyfriend's apartment, except the boyfriend is dead.
NBC 6's Jamie Gorilla is live on Miami Beach with more details on what happened. Jamie.
Yeah, the boyfriend's mother says she is still grieving the loss, but her heart dropped when she found out that her son's girlfriend allegedly raided his apartment after he died.
Next case is Karina Orozco Gomez. Good morning.
Karina Orozco Gomez in jail after allegedly burglarizing and vandalizing an apartment on South Beach. According to police, she stole jewelry and damaged 2 vases, a bookshelf, and a picture frame. Detectives say this surveillance video captured Gomez entering and leaving the building the same night in December that the apartment was burglarized.
This woman decides to come with another man to my son's apartment that is empty. It's already empty.
An empty apartment that a new tenant was in the process of moving into. The previous tenant was Emmanuel Londono. Gemma Londono is his mother.
He was a sweetheart. Like, everybody loves him.
Sadly, Emmanuel passed away from cardiac arrest, which has his mom asking why, nearly 2 months later, Gomez would go to his empty apartment, taking and vandalizing what was left.
With another dude. Ain't that some, woo, that's a low blow right there, y'all. That's a low blow. That's a real banger. But let me give y'all a real banger. It's time to see what's going on with TikTok, because TikTok, they're saying we got 24 hours left before it's over. So all of you TikTokers out there that love to get your business on, hopefully when Trump comes back on Monday, he'll bring it back if possible. But if not, there's a bad fate for TikTok right now. And I'm talking about 24 hours until there is no more TikTok, guys. So what are you going to do about that? And there's a lot of people that have a lot to say about it, as far as they're peed off. China's talking about it, saying you guys are bugging out. We don't have nothing to do with this big ban that's going on. And we don't have anything to do with all of this information that they're blaming us for. So why you guys want us to even sell our ownership in TikTok? This is what they're saying about it. Come on. Come on, now don't play with me. Don't play with me, Fox. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's go. What we got? We'll try to reset this one right here, because this is a big one right here, y'all. If not, we got to keep it going. Like y'all know how we do. We got to keep it going. We can't stop because a couple of bad apples don't want to play the game right. We got to keep going. And I might cheat. Here we go. 4 hours ago. Now I'm cheating. Let's go. Oh, y'all playing with me right now. All right. So yeah, we got some issues going on this right here. Oh, you really want to act up. Let's do another screen. Try it again. Oh, no, you're not doing this to me. I want you guys to see what's going on with this. Stick in there with me, y'all. Sometimes stuff like this happen, but I definitely want you guys to see what's going on with it. I think I'm trying to get something earlier than what I had. I think I had 20 hours ago. I'm trying to see what else we can get a little bit earlier, possibly. See what we can get on this one.
And a good Friday morning to you. We're coming on the air with some breaking news from the Supreme Court. The High Court has just declined to stop a ban of TikTok, now set to take effect on Sunday. TikTok is, of course, one of the most popular social media apps in this country with some 170 million users in the U.S. alone. But the app is owned by a Chinese company, and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have said that it is a national security risk. Today's decision comes after the court heard arguments from TikTok against the law that essentially forces its parent company, ByteDance, to sell its operations here. Situation very fluid right now. Both the outgoing Biden administration and the incoming Trump administration, they both said that they may try to keep the app going. Joined now by our senior legal correspondent, Laura Jarrett.
By the way, do you know that Biden started this? Biden started all this TikTok stuff. He's the one that signed this, to start all of the petitioning to end TikTok. He's the one that actually had to do something, had to do with this.
So Laura, let's start with what this means, what it doesn't mean, and what happens next.
So no question a defeat for TikTok here. Obviously, the ban can go through, but there's a question mark about whether the law is actually going to be enforced. Even though it was a bipartisan law passed by Congress, signed by President Biden, it may not actually get enforced. So let's come back to that for a second. First, on the law here, the district court, I should say actually, the District of Columbia, the circuit court there in D.C., decided to let this ban go through. And today, the Supreme Court saying they got it right. So they are affirming the lower court decision, which means the ban can go through at least legally as of Sunday. That's when the law was supposed to go into effect. And so this allows that to happen. They say they're not going to get into the First Amendment implications of it. That was something that TikTok had raised and said they're looking at the national security implications, something that the...
So they're not looking at it from the business standpoint. They're looking at it from a national security standpoint, not about how many people doing business on TikTok, how much profit you're making, how many people love the platform. Yes, that's all well and good. But we're looking at this from a national security standpoint, where the information, like credit card information, cloning people, because that's what they're doing in China, to get access to other areas and things that we don't even know. You could possibly be cloned in a whole nother manner for business, or for them to be able to get access to an American platform or some Americanized situation. So they actually do that. It's been going on since the beginning of time with China and the United States. They've always been going back and forth with each other as far as spying and protection. It's well known and it's documented. So the Supreme Court is saying all of that stuff that you guys are saying is great. We like the fact that you like this platform, but if it's not owned by a company that we can trust, we don't want to give them that much access. ByteDance has access and affiliation with the Chinese government, and the U.S. government fears that they can just get the information of all our information at any time. If you think about it, if they just go over there and say, give us the information, what are you going to do about it? We would never know. That's what I'm talking about. That's what they're talking
Justice
about.
Department, the FBI, they've raised concerns about, as you mentioned, the Chinese ownership interest here, whether the manipulation of American users' data could happen, whether Americans could be spied on effectively. And because of that reason, the Supreme Court is allowing this ban to go through. Now, however, as we have been reporting for days now, as Savannah and others have been reporting for days, the Biden administration effectively ready to punt this over to the Trump administration. The Trump administration also realizing the popularity of this app, looking for ways to save it. But for the company, if I'm the general counsel, I'm saying as of right now, I have a valid law that the Supreme Court is saying can go through. This ban can go through. And so even though the political winds may change here, Craig, the ban as of right now can go into effect on Sunday.
Based on the arguments that we heard during the case there, and based on what we heard from the justices themselves, are you at all surprised by the High Court's decision?
No, and the timing here really, I think, sort of crystallized the stakes for everybody. The whole point of the...
Okay, guys, do me a favor. If you like the content, double tap. Let's get this up to 80. We got 518 people in the building. Let's double tap. Let's get this content up so I can keep on playing the rest of this video. It's all we asking for. Don't worry about the coffee. I got my own in the kitchen. But double tap that screen. Boop, boop. Just like that. Boop, boop. So that we know. We get that fist bump, y'all. Get that fist bump right there. So we can know and let everybody else know that we're getting this information out at 6 something in the morning that I prepare. And I got all these trolls up here still banging them out. Boom, boom, boom. I don't even know if they know this, but I've been banging them out, getting them out of here. Boom, boom, boom. All your jokes. I love it. Keep them coming, because when I go to the side like this and y'all don't see me, I'm over here. Boom, boom, boom. Getting them out of here. with the guns, the 21 gun salute. So like I said, do me a favor, y'all. Y'all see the smile. I'm so happy. I'm just happy to be alive and happy to be here. So do me a favor, because I'm not going to turn around until we get those likes up to 80. Up to 80. Up to 80. Let's get them likes up to 80, up to 80. Don't be jealous. Get up at 6 o'clock and do the same thing. Come on, baby, let's go. Show your love. Get it up to 80. Oh, that ain't enough. We need 10 more likes in the building. Boop, we need 10 more. Boop, boop, we need 10 more. Let's go.
This law was to sort of prompt a divestiture. They hoped by passing this law by Congress, then the company would actually offload this books, perhaps sell it to someone else. That didn't happen. And so they were sort of in a game of chicken.
And that's what China constantly was saying. We never were planning on selling. That was you guys saying that we should sell in order to be more to make the US more comfortable with us. We never said we were selling TikTok. This wasn't like what you guys did with Twitter, where you said that Twitter should get sold and Elon Musk came and bought it and changed it to X. They basically saying we were never planning on selling TikTok ever.
And really, everybody was trying to see which one would sort of do the head fake first, but that has not happened here. And so now it's going to be up to the next administration to decide whether to enforce this or not.
Savannah Salas has been all over the story from the very beginning. I want to bring you into the conversation. Now, what have we been hearing from TikTok users, TikTok creators?
Well, they have been quite upset, Craig, as you can imagine, as we've been reporting here. 170 million Americans use this app. They were making a lot of noise, calling representatives. They were moving to other Chinese-owned apps as almost a form of protest to make those other apps go viral, kind of make the point, what are you going to do, play whack-a-mole with these types of apps? But also what we're hearing from TikTok has been really interesting in the wake of that news that NBC broke yesterday, which is what Laura was just referring to. The Biden administration is essentially saying that they will not actually implement this law on Sunday. That was a huge win for TikTok because their biggest concern right now has been that day one implementation because it was the last day of a President Biden who obviously signed this into law. It was not yet over to President Trump, who has said he wants to save TikTok. The reason that's such a big deal, Craig, is because the way that the law is written, what would have happened on day one, should it have been being implemented, is the service providers to TikTok. So that's a company like, think about Apple. That's where you go into their app store and you download TikTok. That's Oracle. That's the company that's hosting all the data for TikTok. It makes it work. Those companies would have been the ones to face a punishment here. They would have been fined $5,000 per user, 5,000 times 170 million, a lot of money. With the Biden administration effectively saying they're not doing that, there is a good chance here, and I think this may end up being the headline, that TikTok continues operating as normal. They have not confirmed that. We will continue to see what happens throughout the day. The big thing we are now waiting for, and Laura can probably add more to this here, is now what the Biden administration, the Department of Justice, is going to say they're going to do. Those service providers and TikTok will be looking for the Department of Justice to put it in writing, their plans to not actually implement this law on Saturday. Also,
So yeah, we're gonna see, y'all, because they said 24 hours, but from what I'm hearing, and Biden does it again, I don't know what's up with this guy. He backpedals on everything. He didn't put this in, now he's backpedaling on it. Said he wasn't gonna pardon his son. He pardoned his son. Said he was gonna run for office. Now he didn't run for office, and Kamala ran and lost. You can't trust anything that senile old man is saying. So for now, I think TikTok is gonna be all right, y'all, because for us to try to chase and wonder what's going to happen with this crazy, complete bungling fool, it's just too much work. And I'm no disrespect, but that's just what's been going on. So speaking of bungling, we got Mexico right now who's in a frenzy because Trump is about to return to office and he really threatens mass deportation. And this is another one that is a big topic and everyone is talking about. So we're going to see what he's threatening right here because Mexico is actually one of the main arteries as far as like the entry points at the border that a lot of illegals come in through. So if they're going to be helping as far as like to get more secure, we need to know about this. So let's go.
Where the city of Tijuana has declared an emergency due to Trump's threat of mass deportations. The incoming president has...
Let me show you why I stopped paying for all my other sample libraries. This is Arcade by Output. This thing has sound.
And has vowed to deport millions of undocumented immigrants and end birthright citizenship in the next 4 years. The latest emergency measure will free up local funds for a possible influx of migrants arriving in the Mexican city if the president-elect fulfills his campaign promise. The city's mayor says the funds will allow him to hire more personnel and pay for shelter and legal services. Now, this will ensure a dignified treatment of deported migrants in the city, home to more than 2 million people already. The Mexican city shares a common border with San Diego, California, and is one of the main destinations for migrants who hope to cross the border to escape violence and poverty in their home countries. Tijuana has several shelters to host foreigners from across Latin America as well as other nations. In fact, earlier this month, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum suggested the possibility of hosting non-Mexican migrants deported by the United States. Now, this is a major U-turn from her previous stance where she refused to receive deportees of other countries.
It seems like there be a lot of people that's turning around now and changing their minds and being, oh, we weren't going to do this before, but now we are going to do it. Everybody's saying, oh, we weren't going to shake his hand. Now we got to shake his hand. Why? Because he's the president. And even Tijuana, even Mexico, everybody sees that now they got to fall in line with what's going on. What's going on here? What is Newbie talking about? Let's get him out of here. Boop, out of here. See, he don't even know. Is your name Tom? No, it ain't. Some of y'all, this chat never had your father hug you. Oh, we're not even worried about that chat. We're going to just keep on going because look, them numbers is up. We're not worried about them. Let's keep on going, y'all. We got to check this out. This is a lot of people that don't work. You got to understand that. The ones that work, y'all be here with me all the time or every 6 o'clock in the morning. We always here together. So we already know how we roll. The newbies that's doing all of the stuff that's in the comments, do you notice what they're really trying to do? They're trying to get attention because of what we got going on. So we're going to just ignore them. Don't pay attention to them, y'all. Don't get caught up because you're going to miss the show. Don't worry about the comments. Don't worry about them. Keep the show going. Let's go.
Sheinbaum has not provided any.
As a matter of fact, let's come with a banger right now. We got the TPS. Let's see what we got over here. Don't let them people let you go down in no rabbit hole, y'all. Y'all gotta, it's how life is. Life is like that. You're always gonna have obstacles. I told you that. Every time we come and understand something. The trick is to understand and move how to maneuver around nonsense, how to make it through. Life is like, our lives are like a shark tank. We got to keep moving because everybody else is a shark too. But if you get bit, you got a little bit of that blood coming off, but people know it and they smell it. When they smell it, they come chase you and they devour you. Don't let people devour you. You got to be strong while you're hurting and move and be like, yeah, I'm hit, but I'm still nasty. And turn around and let them know that I still got these fangs. I still got these teeth. So don't worry about people. Live your life, stay healthy, pray up, and keep it all in God's hands, baby. And it's gonna be all good. And don't worry about the haters. And that's how I say it. In Jesus' name, amen. Haters, get up out of here. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all liking the content, if y'all are real troopers, y'all real subscribers, y'all really here with Boogotti, understand the message and what's going on, double tap that screen. Let's get these likes up. Because right now, like I said, we got this TPS situation coming up where the Trump administration holds glum future for TPS protection. We don't know what's going to go on with TPS, but here's a little bit of information that's new, latest, and what they've been talking about. So let's see what the Trump administration thinks about TPS right now. Y'all check this out. If you don't know what TPS is, that's
Protected status, which is also known as TPS for immigrants, faces an uncertain future on
protective status.
Temporary protected status, which is also known as TPS for immigrants, faces an uncertain future under President Trump's administration.
NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez joins us live in South Miami-Dade with a look at the recent extensions granted by the Biden administration. Laura?
Well, on Friday, the Biden administration announced they extended TPS status for Venezuelans and Salvadorans. This is for another 18 months, but there are growing concerns among those groups and others that the president-elect may do away with this program that covers about 1 million people.
Everyone is extremely nervous as to what's going to happen in the long term with temporary protective status.
Immigration attorney Patricia Lizzie is receiving many inquiries from clients who have temporary protected status.
Just because Biden signed it in for 18 months doesn't mean it's going to continue, number one. And number two, Trump can come in and try to reverse that decision. He can try to do that. Let's see if we got some common sense people here right now. God bless you and live well. God bless you too, Coop SC NRG. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There you go, Mr. Showtime. What you said, Mr. Showtime the Great One said, if you come illegal, go home. Saw somebody from your hometown, the only thing they effing spoke was Honduras. That's crazy. Yeah, man. I think you should be able to speak your own language or whatever, but you still should learn the language of the country that you come into so that you can actually prosper more and be able to communicate. I understand that there's neighborhoods in certain places that may speak your own language, but you're only going to be subjected and able to work with them. The best thing to do is try to learn the language. If I go to Dominican Republic or somewhere that speaks Spanish or another language, I would try to learn the native language because I want to communicate more, because communication is key to survival.
Congress created TPS in 1990 to prevent deportations to countries suffering from natural disasters or civil unrest, giving people authorization to work in increments of up to 18 months at a time.
Having TPS alone is not a direct pathway to citizenship. It is a temporary status. You need to find another way of becoming a green card holder.
On Friday, the Department of Homeland Security announced Venezuelans and Salvadorans with this status can legally remain another 18 months. The concern for some is whether President-elect Trump will reverse course on the recent extension or eliminate the...
Chad, but you can look at that like two ways. Chad says, like any immigrant holds a job an American wants. Blue a clue, my boy. Like basically saying that migrants take the jobs that Americans don't want. And you're right about that, Chad. But check this out. That benefits the bosses because they're not paying the right wage. And what if an American got that job? He's going to be beefing like, I'm not taking $8.75. I want $15, which is the minimum wage or better. And since the price of fruit is so expensive, I'm not understanding why they can't raise the minimum wage of pickers. I mean, avocados and fruits out here nowadays is like $6. Like, it's not cheap. So what's going on with that part of it? And if you're trying to say it's the price of gas, okay, so are the prices going to go down when the prices of gas go down to reflect the prices of gas? Or you going to keep the prices the same so that y'all can keep the profits, which most companies may try to do. Oh no, they used to paying that price. Let's leave it at that. That's what I'm talking about when I say prices need to be able to start going down. Bag of potato chips. I used to be able to go to the store to get a bag of potato chips, 50 cents or $1 and you straight. You cannot find a decent bag of potato chips for 50 cents anymore. I'm telling y'all that right now. And you know how it is for the cakes and the candies and stuff like that. One little Drake's or something like that is like $2.50 right now. Kind of like what you used to get when you used to get the whole package. I'm an OG, so that's what I remember. So the prices nowadays are ridiculous, and the ends don't justify the means. If you're only getting paid about $15 or $20 an hour, you can't even survive food. How are you going to pay rent? And especially in a city like New York. So it's pretty crazy. There's a lot that we have to unwind and unravel. It's like an onion that just doesn't stop. But yeah, let's keep going, y'all.
Program entirely.
President Trump himself doesn't have the authority. It's going to be under the authority of DHS, Department of Homeland Security.
During Trump's first term, he sought to revoke the program for immigrants from 6 countries, but he was blocked in the courts.
Get them lights up, y'all. Let's get them lights up.
If DHS does not redesignate TPS, what happens is the designation is automatically extended for 60 days. At that time, the immigrant has to make arrangements to either go back home or make the decision to stay here illegally or find a different pathway to actually get their green card or permanent residency in the United States.
That's why you see a lot of people getting married. You see a lot of people trying a whole lot of stuff. Like when they start getting to crunch time, you know, the money that they made, it's more attractive to pay somebody, hey, I'll give you $10,000 if you, yeah, they'll give you a couple of grand to go down the aisle and make them legal. But you know that the immigration got onto that. So that's something that's not working as much as it used to, especially when it comes from common places like, there's certain places like Africa that's like red flag because that's what a lot of S scams are doing. and to get people married to get citizenship in the United States. So yeah, we got another one. Chicago is blocking the sanctuary cities. The changes you won't believe. They won't assist the federal government at all. And like I said, the mayor in Chicago, he's got a lot of stuff to deal with. He's got his own mindset. They're not cooperating. They ain't giving it up. So whatever y'all want to, and some of the stuff that they're not cooperating with is just not, it's just not right. Like when it comes down to, letting ICE know about criminals and about offenders and murderers and stuff like that, and coming to get them and take them out of the country, I don't see why they don't want to be cooperative in that regard. When it's Abuela or the auntie or something like that, chill out. I got you. But a criminal that's committing crimes against children and stuff like that, they should want to get them out of the country. Do you guys agree? Let me know what you think in the comments. I think that they should want them out of the country.
Welcome back, everybody. You are looking live at Chicago. This is Curtis. Welcome back, everybody. You are looking live at Chicago. This is courtesy of EarthCam this morning, where leaders are blocking a move to make changes to its welcoming city ordinance. The amendment proposed by 2 alders would have reformed the legislation that has Chicago operating as a sanctuary city. And those changes, get this, would have included giving Chicago police the okay to flag the feds to migrants involved in gang-related activities, selling and buying drugs, prostitution, human trafficking, and also this one, sexual crimes involving minors. I'm now joined by one of the alders pushing to change Chicago's sanctuary city rules, Alder Raymond Lopez of Chicago's 15th Ward. Sir, thank you so much for taking the time, as always.
Good morning, Ricky.
I read off that list, Ray, and to me it's crazy that police don't have the power to do that already.
Previously, the city of Chicago allowed our police officers to do exactly what that ordinance would have done, which is allow them to work with immigration authorities for those 4 categories that you mentioned. Former Mayor Lori Lightfoot in 2021 removed those exemptions, previously called carve-outs, because she wanted to say that she created an unrestricted and totally welcoming city in the city of Chicago.
Yeah, but you created some chaos. You created a battleground. You created more chaos. You created problems for the citizens that was there. And the people that you were letting come in, you didn't even know who they were. They weren't even vetting them. They didn't know who these people were. So she took out a law, and now they're still trying to be even worse with it. All right, y'all, let's keep it going.
And what that has done is basically given criminals a pass if they choose to engage in those activities here in the city of Chicago. Other aldermen and I have tried numerous times to try to put those back in because we believe it's pretty much a no-brainer, a common sense approach to dealing with the immigration problem that has come to our city, but also dealing with public safety in our neighborhoods. And yet again, my colleagues have chosen to play politics with people's lives, but on 2 fronts now. Not only are they endangering their neighborhoods, but they're playing a game of chicken with Donald Trump and Tom Homan, who have both said that Chicago is going to be ground zero for their immigration enforcement of criminals. And I think that that's going to have collateral impacts on all of those undocumented here who are just...
So what's happening is this, since the city of Chicago is pushing back so much, it's just like a boxer. Okay, now you wanna push back so much, let's fight. So now we want to make you an example, so that everybody else that wanted to push back, since you want to be the Excelsior in pushing back, we're going to make you an example. Since you think that you're going to pioneer something. So now that's basically what they're saying. They're coming for Chicago as a state very hard and strong, which is now relative to what we spoke about yesterday when it comes down to now you're putting other family members in jeopardy. If you didn't want them to come get Abuela or auntie or whoever like that, now you're putting them in jeopardy because now when they come get this person, Abuela gonna be in the crib. So like I told y'all, get up out the crib, man, because Chicago, certain places like that, I ain't telling y'all what to do, but they're coming for it and they're not playing. Tank, go back to school. Hell, Satan, you wildin'. Now you out of here. Boom, and you with the Hills Nail Silsnate, and you up out of here too. We don't play with that Silsnate and stuff. We don't even repeat that name. We believe in God. We believe in God over here. For thou so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Let's get that negativity off this platform. Somebody really trying to get some attention. We don't play that. No. I don't play that.
Abiding by the law, waiting for a path forward to legitimize their residency.
Obviously, everything on the list that I just mentioned off is egregious, but as a mom, that last one especially makes me come out of my skin. Just to confirm, Ray, are you saying that right now, if Chicago authorities find a migrant who is reportedly involved in a sexual crime against a minor, they do not have the authority to put that migrant on federal radar?
That is exactly correct. Whether they're undocumented or if they have temporary protective status or like some of the migrant asylum seekers that are here now, we cannot let ICE know that that individual is committing that heinous act against a child. And we've had incidences where even recently in our own city-run migrant shelters, we've had to arrest parents for molesting their children. And we cannot have any interaction with ICE, with the federal government to say,
This is crazy. This is crazy. Did y'all just hear that? Chicago needs the mayor. You guys need a new mayor, like we need a new mayor. We need new governors. And it's sad because it seems like the only person with any type of common sense is who? Donald Trump. This man got to turn into the governors of cities now. Not only is he the president, he's got to be the alderman. He's got to be the senator he's got to be the governor of this state because of what our sanctuary cities and a lot of our blue states are planning on doing. It would have been so much worse. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I just think it would have been so much worse had we continued on the road that we were on. So hopefully we're going to be getting our business together and stuff like this can start to end, because I don't even like negativity like this to come into my ears because I have to hear it and feel it. And I don't even want you guys to know about nonsense like this. But in order for us to stay informed and to know how serious the topic is in situations like this is, we have to hear it so that we can make our informed, conclusions on how we're going to deal with it. And this right here needs to be dealt with immediately. Little more.
To expel this individual, it's outrageous that we allow and give cover for those kind of individuals.
And the council voted 39-11 to table your amendment. I mean, effectively killing it. Your reaction, and did you hear from anybody who voted against you as to why?
Well, we tried for about 2 weeks to work with our colleagues to see if there are any concerns, and it was always no answer, no response. And then yesterday, many of them said they wanted to see amendments, but I know what the exact reason is. People want a foil. People want an enemy. And to be perfectly honest, Marky, they want to see deportations in our city. They want to see the immigration police coming knocking on doors and taking people who they're not looking for, because that allows them to have ICE and Trump as the continual boogeyman for the next 4 years. God forbid that they actually see Tom Homan do exactly what he said he's going to do, which is to focus on criminals, and for Trump to do what he said he was going to do and give dreamers a path forward. They don't want to see any of that because it doesn't fit their narrative and it completely upends their political universe.
That's the only way I could see it, and I'm going to let him end it on that because it was true, seemed like it was very well spoken, and he had no dog in the fight. He just said what he felt, and I think he's right about that. So I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I wasn't even thinking in that manner. He just brought a whole nother aspect of why they could be letting things happen. Why not make these guys look like the boogeyman for taking Abuela, for taking auntie, for taking uncle such and such or grandpa? Because they're going to force ICE to come into these homes, to come into the workplace. And as a result, they're going to start taking people that you don't want to be taken. And you're going to start blaming them for something that they could have controlled and just concentrated on the criminals that they were asking for to get them out. Pretty crazy. So it's the life that we live in, and it's the land that we live in now. But guess what, y'all? Like I said, we love dogs over here. We have a beautiful story that we're going to go into right now because we need some positive uplifting. That was enough negativity. We got a story right now, one that y'all not going to believe. How many of you guys think that dogs are smart? I'm not talking about Rocky was smart. Rocky was a monster. Rocky's the dog. Rocky's the beast. Rocky's very smart. But how about a dog or a mom that actually brings their dog to the hospital if the dog is sick? Yeah. Y'all don't believe me? This dog, her puppy was not responsive. She brought the dog to the vet. Watch this. And we gonna end it off like this, y'all. If y'all love animals, let's go.
A dog in Turkey stuns workers at a veterinary clinic in Istanbul by carrying her puppy to their door to ask for help.
The dog, named Mom by the veterinarians, came to their clinic door this week clutching her lifeless puppy in her mouth. The tech initially believed that the puppy was dead. However, the vet detected a faint heartbeat, gave it a shot of adrenaline, then warmed the puppy with a hairdryer. Mom remained nearby, occasionally checking in on her baby. The vet believes Mom may have known about this clinic by following members of...
No. We're gonna play that a couple of times because she literally had the pup in her mouth and walked to the vet's door. That's woo!
Workers at a veterinary clinic in Istanbul by carrying her puppy to their door to ask for help.
The dog, named Mom by the veterinarians, came to their clinic door this week clutching her lifeless puppy in her mouth. The tech initially believed that the puppy was dead. However, the vet detected a faint heartbeat, gave it a shot of adrenaline, then warmed the puppy with a hairdryer. Mom remained nearby, occasionally checking in on her baby. The vet believes Mom may have known about this clinic by following members of the community who rescued her other puppy and then brought it there. Amazing story. And if you're furrowing your brow saying impossible, I will just say on a personal note, as a child, we moved about 15 miles from one house to another. Our cat got out accidentally, and a month later showed up at our former house 15 miles away. Animals are capable of amazing things.
I've heard that before.
Woo! No, that was the monster right there. That was the dope story. Hope you guys got a lot of uplifting out of that, a lot of positivity to start your Saturday morning. Like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Going over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's, 2 P's. Get yourself some merch. Might want to get a medium so you can flex your guns like I do. And like I always tell you guys, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So till tomorrow, y'all know how we do it. Got 'em! 1.